Yeah, you guys smack them out early in the game.
All right, we live on YouTube right now.
Yeah, some of our auxiliary players come to play.
All right, let's get this thing popping.
Welcome back to another episode of the Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast. You got Wayne, Tim, and we got a special guest host.
Special guest, welcome.
He has blessed us with his presence, even though Steph Curry wasn't in action tonight.
They actually do play tonight. They play in about 10 minutes.
That's why you try to rush us off of this, Joel. But no, this was a tight one. It was the Sixers continue their road trip. On the schedule, it would look like it should be a nice little easy cakewalk. They played last night. Charlotte played last night. They played a tough game. They beat Atlanta. They coming in tonight, still shorthanded, and they gave the Sixers every bit of what they could handle. Thank goodness we have a closer named Embiid who sealed the deal. But I mean, what did y'all? We didn't have Maxey, but other than that, Toby had a solid game. By the end of it, him and B basically carried us.
Toby,
he had 19 and 9. He had 19 and 9.
Yeah, 38%, 7 for 18.
Yeah, he struggled. He also played defense on that last shot going down there too. Got the ball to miss it.
Toby's the black Gordon Hayward.
He ain't played great, but when you look at what Seth did tonight and everybody else, we needed every bit. We needed every bit of what we got from Toby and Embiid.
No, listen. If it wasn't for Joel Embiid, we mess around and get waxed. Let's keep it a bean.
Oh, absolutely.
Joel Embiid was in he pulled out the all-time bag of tricks. The mid-range was popping, the inside game was popping. He even looked looked a little bit more explosive, dare I say, before he even went out for the COVID. A couple times he made a couple joints he exploded to the lane from the 3-point line. On the straight go to the whole tip. I was impressed with Joel Embiid. I think Tim got some apologizing he need to do. You need to walk some comments back about Joel because you were doing a lot of hating early on when he was struggling. And me and Wayne both said, I think he's going to rebound. I said last time, I remember Ethan was asking, do you think he could be back to the 25, 28 a game beat? I said, I think he could give you 20, 27, 25, 27. I think he could get there. He was struggling. And now that mid-range was silky smooth, like butter. And Tim, I know Tim was sitting home in his bag salty. I know he was because Joel Embiid was looking good, Ben home looking salty, and Tim was just as salty as Ben home mad that B crushed. Ain't this crazy?
Let me clarify something real quick. I'm not saying Tobias played great by any stretch. What I'm saying is we needed that 18 to 9 to go with Embiid because nobody else did anything. So I'm not saying Tobias had a great game, but we needed what we got. We needed what we got out tonight.
Tim, everybody in the comment section is like this. They looking at you.
Y'all both got it. Can I get a moment?
First, looking for you, Tim.
The boy Tobias Harris, his game is like the boy Brandon Hayward, the boy that they got on that spot. Gordon Hayward. Their games is like similar. They just vanilla, like whatever. But as far as Joel Embiid played well because the Charlotte Hornets decided to play him. Unlike every other team decided to play him this year with bringing the hard doubles and getting all up in his grill. But with that being said, Joel had a fantastic game today. He played, he balled out, and he did everything that you want your superstar to do. And he did it granted, they were missing 4 or 5 players in their rotation through the because they out with the with COVID. But I can't complain. Joel brought us home. He had clutch shots to take us to overtime. We now what I will say, if I got a gripe on anybody, is Danny Green. Danny Green nearly lost us this game. Danny Green, first of all, that pass that he if y'all remember, he missed a free throw. And then after he missed the free throw, the inbound pass, the pass that he had to Embiid was a bad pass. The ball was lurking on that pass. He throws it to him. And then he gives up a wide open 3-pointer. We almost lost the game courtesy of Danny Green. But
wait, let me ask you something. You said they played Embiid like nobody else has played him before with the hard doubles. That's what Boston do to him all the time. What are you talking about?
Boston always have somebody up in his grill collapsing on him, everything. Joel was able to do whatever he wanted to do. Joel was
collapsing on him. You didn't see when it was like 4 people in the lane on him when he was throwing the ball out. What was you looking at?
Joel was chilling.
Hey, listen, this one thing that Doc did tonight that I did like when he went down the stretch and he had the high-low going with Tobias and Embiid. When you have, instead of going smaller when the other team is small, and remember before I was saying that when, like y'all was saying, do that with Drummond when Tobias wasn't in there. If the team want to go extra small, you put your goon in there, your big bodies in there, and you big ball them. And that's what they did tonight. The one time Joel went down there, Tobias threw it down there to them, and the other time Tobias went up and threw it down. Joe went and threw it down to Tobias, and they got baskets off.
That was a great pass at the end that beat through the Tobias too at the end.
It was
one of Tobias' best baskets of the game when he threw that joint on point down low for an easy dunk by Tobias. Yeah. Hey, Herb, you right. Nice. Herb, you right. We did win because I had a T-shirt on. But Dominic, I don't know how to say the last name. Shake was good. He right. You got to give credit to Shake. Shake played.
Oh yeah, he did. He came out.
He came. He's and the bull Paul, not Paul Reed. Isaiah Joe. Joe was three
pointers.
He was 3 for 4 from 3. Not just 3-pointers, he was 3 for 4. I'm big on efficiency. Every time we talk stats, the first thing I say is it was his field goal percentage. It was 3-point percentage. That's good. Shake was Shake 4 for 6. So, I mean, we had some Bulls step up and make some shots without missing a lot, which helped us out. Embiid obviously only missed 7 shots all night, including the 2 free throws. He was outstanding. Shake played his part. And we needed every bit of it. And the bull, whatchamacallit, helped us out too a little bit. The bull, Kelly Oubre, who was balling. Now, don't get me wrong, he was
balled out.
But he played.
You watched this game, and he
giveth and he taketh away.
Yes, but he balled out. He balled out.
He did.
The funny thing was Tim and Ethan. Yeah, see, Oubre. It's a reason why Oubre has gone through so many teams in so short a period of time. The way Oubre plays, that's why Golden State ain't winning no more. Like the boy don't know how to play in a team concept. He did the same thing in Phoenix.
His defense is good. Not only his defense, but his offense is crazy. I mean,
and his brain is suspect.
Him and Miles on Bridges.
Let's calm down a little bit. His offense ain't crazy.
Tonight it was.
But his offense in general.
Last night he had 32 points.
He's a very good player. And he seems to be actually adding a little bit more tricks to his bag.
Exactly.
Oubre still do a little bit goofy stuff. First of all, his hair lets you know he goofy from the rip.
I mean, that's true.
That lets you know a little goofy.
But at least he got hair.
He shot.
I
agree. But he shot us back into the game. That 3 that he took with like 20-something seconds left on the shot clock with about, I think it was either a minute or just maybe a shade less than a minute left in the game. He jacked that 3 way too early. And he did it before to Charlotte early in the season against the Knicks. And it's all over the YouTube when Jordan was snapping up in the owner's box because he did the same thing against the Knicks. And now he did the same thing tonight. Then after that, they get the tip off on the jump ball in overtime, and the ball blows a wide open layup, Yeah. But needless to say, I'm glad.
I agree with y'all. You know what? Y'all right in the comment section. Y'all right, because I forgot about earlier in the game. Joe did hit some nice open shots. He got. I like to see that. And Shake did come out.
Tobias. Let me apologize to Tobias. Tobias hit 2 big 3-pointers. Down in the game that actually kind of opened it up a little bit. So he did his thing.
Now I don't know where our defense was tonight. I don't know where our defense was tonight.
With that being said, would y'all rather have Oubre or Tobias Harris?
Oubre.
I'm taking Tobias over Oubre.
I'm taking Oubre.
Now all that hating I just did on Oubre. I actually would take Oubre over Tobias, and I'm gonna tell you why. He's more of an athlete. They give you about the same shooting wise.
So you taking Oubre as your power forward? That's what Tobias plays, power forward. So you taking Oubre as your power forward?
I mean that you could get another power forward.
I mean, they're about the same height for real. I think Oubre 6'7", Tobias 6'7", 6'8" at best. I don't think he'll be as effective at power as Tobias, though. I think you would have to play him more as either as a shooting guard or a small forward. But
Oubre's not a good team player, in my opinion. And I liked him. I liked him when he was at Phoenix.
I disagree.
They was running and gunning shooting. He's not a good. That's the reason why nobody keeps him. He does dumb stuff.
That's the one thing I liked watching the Hornets. They was rotating that ball. They was letting everybody eat. Everybody eats on that team. I mean, they didn't even have that starting point guard. They didn't have Rozier. They didn't have the other ball, and they still was rotating that ball. Everybody was working within that system. They got a defined system. You saw that today. So I don't know I don't see where he's selfish like that. I
don't think he.
I mean, people saying what Toby did, and you take Oubre. Did you see what Oubre did in Golden State last year?
Oubre actually came along. He started off trash, but he came along throughout the season and got his numbers way back up.
And then they started benching him when they started trying to make a run to the playoffs, didn't he?
Mr.
He
Wing, I agree with you.
He ended up getting hurt.
He said, bro.
He did have a nagging injury twice. He did.
Been problem solved.
He had nagging injury like Jalen Hurts did.
Mr. Wing, relax. Really, Wayne? Mr. Wing, stop. Stop with this Ben. Go ahead, Tim. Y'all, you and Mr. Wing do y'all Ben Simmons love real quick. I do my Steph Curry thing.
I did like Oubre. He just it's too many times he do the dumb stuff. He from stupid, but it's too many times Oubre do the dumb stuff though. But you know what Charlotte looked like tonight? They look like the young boys that come on the court that all the time, like they usually don't get a chance to run and everything else. Now the old heads that usually be out on the court, and the young boys get their chance to shine. And they was just out there. They was beating the Sixers up and down the court. They was just ripping and running, finishing, dunking, hitting open threes. Then experience kicked in down the stretch. And they probably got tired too because they just played last night. So I definitely get them a lot of props. I get them a lot of props.
I see Oubre finished with 35 points.
Guess what?
What was his field goal percentage?
His field goal percentage was a little over 50%.
No, he shot well. He just does dumb things at big moments, and he does it way too many times.
Like 5 rebounds,
and he had 4 steals too. 4 steals as well.
That's what I'm saying. There's no hate in his game.
I'm taking Oubre. If I had the option,
he averages 16 points a game this year.
Basically, but he also plays with a whole bunch of other boys who get buckets at the same time. I don't even know how. I don't even.
He had a great game though. I can't hate on his game.
I don't know the consistency of their team. But I still take him over Tobias because we need more athletes on this team.
Hey, Miz, I think I might take Harrison Barnes over him, though. I think I'd take Harrison Barnes over Tobias.
But Harrison Barnes and Tobias is almost the same type cat. Like
Harrison Barnes shoots way better than Tobias, unless his shooting went down in the last year. So he shoots way better.
I mean, they the same. To me, they're the same type dude. I think Harrison Barnes might be a little bit taller than Tobias. But to me, they're the same type cat. I'd rather take Oubre based off the athleticism. The athleticism, you're going to need that in the playoffs. I still think that's going to kill us come playoff time. That's one of the things outside of choke artist Ben that killed us against Atlanta. But we'll see. We will see.
Hey, listen, everybody talking about something. Yeah, we know Dame said he would take Ben. Send Ben to Dame and give us McCollum. And watch Dame be sitting here on the outside looking for a number 1 draft pick again. Him and Ben.
No, he won't.
Him and Ben.
Ben and Dame would be the best backcourt on the West right out.
You out your rabbit mind. They're not going to be better than Phoenix backcourt. They're not going to be better than Clay and Steph.
Ben and Dame will make the best backcourt probably in the last 10 years.
Y'all hear this?
In the NBA right
Come
now.
on, man. It ain't no better.
Hey, bro, I agree Tobias is overpaid, but just because he's overpaid don't make these players better than him.
You got a great defender.
First of all, you talking about one of the best backcourts possibly in the history of the game in Golden State when Clay come back. So, and you talking about the last 10 years, Clay and Steph has historically been one of the greatest duels ever. They top 10 anywhere.
They'll drop down immediately in Ben and Dame.
You talking about top 10 guard duos, right?
Yes, the top 10 guard duos. Yeah.
I'm trolling. But I do think that'll be a really good backcourt. I really do believe that those two would make a really good backcourt.
What does Ben bring that would put Portland over any of those teams over there.
Because Ben, as a defender, will make it so hard for those.
And guess you know what else will make it so hard? The fact that you giving up all them points that CJ scored and taking a little bit that Ben scored. It's going to balance out.
Ben will get you 16 points a game, and then probably playing with Dame, he probably up that to about 21. So, and that's only 4 or 5. What's that?
Oh, hold up. You said he up his scoring at 21 points a game, you think?
I'm almost sure of that.
So everybody just gonna let Ben shoot layups. Nobody gonna foul him. Huh?
Nobody.
They got it. Ben been working on the jump.
They just gonna let him run down the court and dunk.
It's been working.
My goodness. You listen.
First of all, Dame likes to hold the ball too much. Dame likes to. I think Ben will work better with somebody like McCollum who runs off of picks and screens and stuff like that. Dame is, and he's great at it, but he's more of an isolation one-on-one type player. And Ben can't do nothing without the ball. If he don't got the ball in his hands, except for maybe a tip and dunk or something. But I just don't see where they make a great backcourt.
I agree. I agree with Brandon Stokes. He said Dame just likes losing. I'm convinced of it now. I agree. We talked about this earlier. I actually, since Dame is liking all these posts about Ben so much, I actually want to see him and Ben play together. I want to see it so bad because I'm telling, just like when Russell Westbrook or James Harden thought he could play with Russell Westbrook, so he campaigned to get him over in Houston. Once he got him over there, he was like, and they best friends. He was like, I can't with this dude. Paul George thought I could go over there with Russell Westbrook. He realized, I can't with this dude. LeBron realizing the same, even though Westbrook actually is stepping up as a late. LeBron is saying the same thing. Career. You can't win. It's certain people you just think you think from the outside looking in, you could work with them. But you can't do it.
But Ben is different because Ben and Embiid, they have a 65% winning percentage when they are together. They have one of the best winning percentages. Ben is a winner. And then with Embiid always injured, imagine if he actually played most of the games. They probably
thanks to Embiid. Thanks to Embiid. Just like tonight's game, the Embiid that you've seen Ben winning with was this Embiid tonight that really saddled the team up, mid-range popping.
Well.
And he do his thing.
Well.
Offensively and defensively, B creates a havoc on both ends of the court. That's what he always has consistently done.
What I'm saying with Dame,
just like before B got the COVID, our record was 8-2, mainly because of Joel Embiid.
And so Joel wasn't giving you nothing offensively. It was just his defense.
Why wasn't he?
No, his
he was
presence,
averaging like 22 points a game.
Exactly, and his presence allowed Steph Curry to get open. His presence allowed Maxey to do his thing. We seen what happened. We seen it happen as soon as he got hurt.
Steph is getting exposed because Steph had 6 points at home. This was a home
The
game.
minivan was cooking. The minivan was cooking when B was in there too. His numbers started dropping.
But he got exposed to.
It's like the Steph Curry effect. I told y'all when he on the court. Just a great player in general. They open it up for everybody else, even if he's not scoring.
And Dame is a great player. And him playing with Ben would be great because he got a great player and another great player.
Nobody's great enough to overcome Ben.
Hey, Juan, I agree. That trade that they was talking CJ, Anthony Simons for Ben, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
I'd take it. I would do it
in a heartbeat.
And
hey, Herb, see, you saying you talking about how Ben will get Dame. Listen, I'm not of the belief that Ben is trash. I do think that there's some value. My thing is him and Dame are not overcoming any of those teams over there in the West. They're not overcoming. They're not going to beat Utah. They're not going to beat Phoenix. They're not going to beat Golden State.
Why can't they beat Utah? Why can't they beat
Because
Utah?
They can't. Because
tell me.
Because Ben Simmons ripping and running down there, all that's good, but it ain't going to have. He can't stop Donovan Mitchell. Utah's too deep for them.
If he slows down Donovan Mitchell and then still giving you 17 points a game, and then you got Dame giving you
so he went
30.
from 16. So he done went from 16 to now he's going to score 17 in the playoffs. This is what you're telling us. When has he ever scored 17 in the playoffs?
He did.
As an average. As an average, when has he ever averaged 17 in the playoffs?
I mean, what do you want me to say? He hasn't averaged 17 points in the game, but he never played with a great player like Dame. But
Tim, give it up.
I'm just telling you. I want this to happen so bad because then y'all go.
You need to go sit in with that therapy session with Ben. You and Ben need therapy.
Y'all gonna switch your narrative, and all of a sudden y'all gonna be like, "Well, he should have been doing it here and everything."
Okay, what you going to say when he don't? Which is going to be your narrative? Which is going to be the story you?
It's really not going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
I know for a fact that if Ben and Dame are the two back, if that's that backcourt in Portland, they probably going to be at least the minimum number 4 seed.
Carl, you right. Tim is hilarious. Tim, stop.
Hey, easy money. This what you got to recognize about me with Ben Simmons. For years, I ripped Ben Simmons. My whole thing was when Doc got here, I wanted to see him get a chance with a good coach because I thought Brett Brown was a trash coach. I wanted to see Ben and I wanted to see Embiid play together under a good coach and try to get them to play together. I see the benefits of Ben, but I'm not sitting up there and going to worship Ben like some of y'all that Ben Simmons can do no. Ben Simmons didn't show up in the playoff. He choked. He did a colossal historic choke, whereas a point guard, you're running from the ball. So I'm not going to sit up here and I still do think that Ben Simmons has some value as a player. But no, I can, and he don't want to be here. I'm like, just let him go. Let him go. Him and Dame can ride off in the Portland sunset and watch the playoffs on the couch.
He had a mental breakdown, but he's doing better now.
That we'll see. Book AKE. He said if we get CJ, we still be complaining about not having a point guard. And his defense is horrible. Imagine Seth and CJ on defense. But first of all, I thought we was talking about getting CJ and keeping Maxey, right? I thought we were talking about just getting rid of Ben. So I'm thinking, in my opinion, Seth goes to the bench. He's a 6-man now, and you get CJ and Maxey at your 1 and your 2. Yeah, Tim, they killing you, and just they should because you're talking crazy. But that's my opinion. You getting CJ, Maxey, Tobias, and B. And then whatchamacallit, Danny Green or Minivan, whoever you want to put maybe at that small 4 position. Come on, man, it's a wrap. I'm taking that all day long. Stop coming off the bench now.
Simon, we need athletes, yo. We need to get athletic.
I've been saying this. And the Bull Murray, y'all. Bull Murray's playing us. He's playing.
Yes, Mr. Wayne. Yes. Doc is much better than Brett. Brett Brown is one of the trashiest coaches I've ever seen. And I called this even. I don't care about the tank and everything else. Even when they was tanking, they wasn't tanking. It wasn't Brett throwing games. It was they put this less talent around them. But that being said, it was a lot of those games that them young boys was balling. And then in the second half, Brett made no adjustments. And it even became the same thing when the Sixers got better. His rotations was trash. His rotations was trash.
I agree. Tim don't believe what he's saying. Brandon Stokes talking. Tim he liked to rile bulls up. That's what he liked to do. He liked to just talk and be the controversial. He likes Skip Bayless. You know them boys that can come and say all this crazy talk just to get you mad and want to swing on them. Tim that dude. But check this out. Wayne is absolutely right. Brett Brown is trash, so we're not even going to compare Brett and the Bull in Doc Rivers.
He's trash as a coach and a GM.
Yes, he set this franchise back, in my opinion, at least 3 or 4 years. You said Milwaukee don't have athletes and they the champs. They don't got athletes. They got the most freakish athlete in the league. Did you see the stat they put up tonight? Did y'all see that stat they put up tonight about 30 and 10 games?
He got 95.
The next closest person to him is Embiid with 65.
Yeah,
he got 30 and 10 games to do. That is crazy.
But B played like 100 less games than he did.
But it still that's showing you how dominant.
I'm just saying Giannis will probably be comparable to his stats if he would actually play games.
Maybe, but I mean that shows you the level of dominance this dude is on. He's the freakiest. He's probably the most freakiest athlete in the NBA right now. For real.
Brett Brown is the reason Ben Simmons is Ben Simmons. Put it that way. He coddled him all this.
No, I can't do that. Brett trash, but Ben is his own. He's his own demise.
Brett knew him as a youth. Brett knew him as a youth. He should have been clean. He should have been straightened out before he said
who did not know him, and he needed somebody who was more.
That's Mr. Simmons' fault
as a rookie.
That's Mr. Simmons' fault. His father, Mr. Simmons. That's his fault.
Was he an absentee dad?
Possibly. Something went wrong.
That's that Australian upbringing.
Jacqueline Kemp, I do agree with you. Brett Brown didn't have a backbone, but I don't care. The reason why you can't blame Ben on Brett Brown because he did the same thing under Doc. We all thought, if he get a strong male figure in here, he could try to motivate him. He had Doc, Sam Cassell, Danny Green came in here. They all said we gonna motivate him to shoot. We gonna challenge him. Guess what? Nothing. LeBron tried to school him. LeBron tried to young boy.
The funny part?
Couldn't work.
You know the funny part is
can't do it.
Since Doc is one of the reasons he want to leave. Doc caked for him all season, was getting ripped in press conferences. He was getting ripped by everybody on here when Doc was coming out and saying, we don't need Ben to shoot. I just want him to do this. He was getting ripped. Then the one time he said something constructive about him, Ben Simmons said, they hate me. I don't want to be here. Like, kick rocks. As a person.
Hold on. Her talk about what Joel's father always miss was hurt and miss a work. Stop it. I'm talking about from a standpoint of your foundation for your basketball game. I'm not talking about your injury history and all that. I'm talking about your mental and physical, not necessarily physical, but your mental makeup. His dad is responsible for this. You're responsible to teach your young boy how to shoot the basketball when he was a young boy. You're responsible when your young boy start girling. You're responsible to be like, yo, stop acting like that. Stop girling, pick up the basketball and go play. Stop crying when the other young boys on the sideline teasing you. That's your job to be like, yo, block them out and play basketball. He ain't do his job.
Trust me, everybody in the league look at Ben like a nut. They look at Ben like before everybody be clowning him about his girl and everything else. Booker then stole his chick, then dunked on him the same night. Had his chick come to the game and watch him play. Like, come on, man.
He went through a lot. That's what I'm saying. He went through a whole lot. It was a lot.
He put himself through a lot because he's a goofy.
He's had challenges, but he's doing better now.
Well, hey, real quick, back to the game a little bit because we touched on a little bit.
Hey, Herb, I'm gonna stay off his pop. I'm gonna stay off.
I did want to say, Drummond. I wanted to give Drummond a shout out tonight because for that one stretch in the game, especially for that one stretch in the game where he got the assist, he threw the one assist. We scored, went down. He got the steal, went coast to coast, hit a Euro step. Then he came back down, got another assist on the three. He got a block. Like he took over for a quick stretch when it was a tight game. It was like I think we was down a little bit, and he was helping to keep us in that until B came in and sealed the deal. So shout out to Drummond Knight. He definitely was active.
I like this Hornets team right now. This team they fun to watch. I mean, imagine when they have all their players.
Might have been a different story if they had all their players.
But I'm saying,
different story.
They fun to watch. Question though, out of the Hornets, if y'all go back to those classic Hornets teams, who you think is the greatest Hornet of all time?
I know who my favorite Hornet is. Well, my favorite was B. Diddy. When Baron Davis was with the Hornets, that was my guy.
But I like Larry Johnson.
But Larry Johnson played. Yeah, I'm about to say. But Larry Johnson, his first couple years,
that was my dude.
Ran my mom.
Glenn Rice.
I'm about to say Glenn Rice is one of the Hornets up there too. You got to put Glenn Rice up there. He had game.
You got to put Muggsy on a Hall of Fame. This boy was 5'3" and out there giving out work in the NBA. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Zoe? How long was
Zoe was there for a long time.
I mean, would you categorize him more as a Heat player? Like if he went down and who retired his number? Did the Miami Heat retire his number?
Miami Heat, because remember he had that heart condition or some type of condition with the Heat and he retired it.
Okay.
But that
who was his most productive years with? I gotta look that up.
It might have been with the Heat.
I know he won more with the Heat, but I'm talking about when balling.
But he was the anchor of the team with the Heat, like that. Like it was him and Tim Hardaway, but Zoe was like the anchor of that team. If Larry Johnson ain't blow them knees out, boy, that boy.
He balled for my Knicks though. That's when his jump shot was wet. He was able to hit he transitioned from like a dunker to a straight jump shooter. He was
mid-range, yeah.
He actually only played 3 years with Charlotte. I thought he played a little longer than that. I'm surprised by that. He played 3 years with Charlotte, and he played.
Hey! To the person that said Miami. Ben Simmons played better under Brett, it's debatable. You know what? Never mind. It's not debatable. You're right. He played 2 points a game better, one, and then sometimes 2 points a game better.
Would you put Kemba up there?
Talent wise, but they ain't win nothing with him down there. With Baron Davis, they was going to the playoffs. Remember, they was battling the Sixers in the playoffs.
He had some memorable moments, some memorable seasons with them.
He dropped 60 on us.
He might. I'm trying to think, but he had a lot of injury plague years with them too. Then he missed a lot of games with them here and there.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Jamal Mashburn. That's a good one.
Play, when I hear Mash though, I'll be thinking about Miami though. So what did Miami Miami just took all Charlotte?
They look like they like just keep going south. Just keep going south.
Yeah, Monster Mash with that boy. I like Mashburn.
He got to speed in college.
This was a good game, but this was a game that we should have won.
Somebody said Master P. Master P actually should have got he should have got put on with Charlotte. I think he played didn't he play a preseason game? But I think it might have been Toronto or New Orleans or something. No, he's from New Orleans.
J. Cole ran with one of them squads you just mentioned, but Master P did run somewhere in preseason.
Yeah, I think it was Toronto's preseason game. I remember I was watching the highlight on YouTube one time. I think it.
Would you put Dell Curry up there? Because remember, Dell was
he was a sniper ball. He was definitely he had some. Yeah. I would put him as one of their top, 15 players probably.
Yo, wasn't their mom an athlete or something? The Currys, because Seth must have got the athleticism from the mom side or something. Because Seth has like the speed of his pop.
Yeah, he do.
Yeah,
I don't know where Steph got it from.
The height. Yeah, he missing the height. Yeah, Dell was able to shoot over cats. He's a little bit taller. Seth, his athleticism is non-existent.
Well, actually, we don't. Well, the way Mama Curry be rolling, we don't even know who Steph's there. Let me stop.
Don't do that. Don't do that. It might be the football player, boy. It might be the football player. That's why he's slow. That's why. Don't do that. Go ahead. Did Tawana tell you that? Who told you that?
They was talking about that on the broadcast. Seth do look just like Steph. Seth looks just like they pop. He just like a light skinned version of him.
Yeah, he do. And Steph look just like they moms.
Exactly.
So Steph like he's trying to say.
I'm just saying.
Speaking of which, they playing right now. They're about to win another game.
All right, we're about to wrap this thing up. Somebody, I'm gonna answer the last question. Can we beat the Hornets again on Wednesday? Mello MD left that message.
I don't see why not. Embiid ain't got to travel nowhere, but they get to stay down there. They sleep down there.
Is Maxey gonna play? Back. Maxey playing?
I'll keep sitting. He tired. He's sick. He need to rest. The way he been playing the last few games, I would just rest the young boy. Let him come back.
You hear they said that he got what Toby had, and they said Toby said the flu that he just had was comparable. Like he felt as bad as he did when he had COVID.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they were saying earlier, and they saying that's what Maxey got now.
This COVID thing is corny, man. I can't front. This COVID thing is whack.
It is. It's real.
Messed the whole game up.
Wear y'all mask.
Carr said Tim Troll game is the real MVP. Yeah, Tim definitely was in an all new level of trolling. Is Seth qualified for most improved? What do y'all think?
Oh heck no! I don't even think he's playing as good as he did last year.
Seth.
Seth gave us 6 points in a home game. He lives like 3 miles down the road. He had family members, and he did nothing tonight.
Yeah, bad game. He tried. He tried to shoot. He was 3 for 11. He
tried.
Shot down.
Less than 20%.
Hey, Mr. Wing, leave that man wife alone, Mr. Just like y'all told me to leave the bull Pop alone. Y'all called the dogs off. Leave that man Wiz alone. I ain't gonna speak on no man wife like that. That's it. You like it, I love it.
We're gonna leave Mama Curry alone. Mama's wrong again. All right, y'all. So we out. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe.
Y'all check that Golden State game out. We're gonna talk about that on Wednesday too.
We probably won't, but thanks for listening. We out.
Deuces.